the gym today, I ran into a friend who I've been chatting with for a while. I met him around maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Awesome guy, turned a incredibly tough situation. His restaurant failing, family kind of breaking apart, all these business partners kind of going at each other's throats, and ultimately starting from nothing. And he turned all of that into something incredible. He started doing odd jobs literally just to get cash for his kids and to be able to provide for them. Those odd jobs, those here and there little, I think he would do handyman jobs, he would mow lawns, he would do all these different things. And that turned into a business where he's making more profit now than he really has ever before. And way more profit than his restaurant. But here is the kicker. When I told him how inspiring his story was, he brushed it off saying, yeah, no, I got lucky. It was awesome, that God provided for me, and I really didn't know what I was doing, and I just kind of fell into it. Total chance moments, all these things, and I'm not even really doing anything, just pure luck, essentially. And while I respect the humility, while I respect that, I guess, modesty, I think that's a little bit of a different word. Here's the truth. Men often have no problem accepting the failures and owning failures. Not everyone, obviously, but high-performing men have no problem reaping the seeds that have been sown that have led to failure. But where we struggle is to unapologetically reap the rewards of the good things that we've sown. Today we're going to unpack why that is. Okay. While it's awesome that he would be the first one to say I'm wrong in all these different things and accept those, it's another thing to say I did that. Yes, God gave me the ability to do that, to do all those things, but I was the one that sowed those seeds. I was the one that reaped the harvest of good things. Because we don't want to sound like boastful, right? So why is that? Why do we do that? Why is it so hard, especially for men, to do that? There's a cultural narrative that being humble means downplaying your wins. If you say, I earned this, I did this, I built this, I created this, it's seen as bragging or arrogance. But the truth is, humility isn't about denying your effort and denying those rewards. It's about staying grounded while acknowledging what you have accomplished. It's about allowing people to celebrate with you. You're not boasting. In fact, he would be the last one to bring it up first. I was the one that was asking those questions. How is everything going? How's business? What's going on? What are your struggles? What are your wins? And so on. It was like pulling teeth to get anything out of him that was good. But when he did, it wasn't bragging because I was the one that was asking, right? So this guy didn't just get lucky. And what I told him is, dude, you put in the work. He pivoted in life when it threw him a curveball, and he planted the seeds of resilience, discipline, hard work, and luck might have played a part, but the harvest came because he sowed what he sowed. Men are quick to say, I failed because I didn't do enough. But when they succeed, it wasn't me, it was luck or God or circumstances. Why can't we own the good just as much as we own the bad. So I told him, look, dude. So I was on the not the what's that called? The leg extension machine. I was on the leg extension machine, but reverse. I don't know what that's called, where instead of going out with your legs, you're bringing it in. Leg retraction machine. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, look at all these people over here. Look at all these people in the gym. You know, the people who look the fittest, they worked and they sowed the seeds months ago, years ago, decades ago of discipline, hard work, of consistency. They didn't just come to the gym once and get lucky. Oh my gosh, I came to the gym, I went I went to the barbells. I was able to bench 315 like right off the bat. I'm so lucky. And all of a sudden, like, I'm buff and I have muscles and I can't believe it. I got so lucky. Not a single person has ever had that happen in the gym, where they come in overweight or underweight. They come in and just all of a sudden they are fit as a fiddle. All of a sudden, just out of luck. Oh my gosh. They came in and they went out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or they didn't just come, they come to the gym, they sit around, they go and watch everybody else work out, and they've been in there for months and months and months, and all of a sudden, muscles start appearing. Muscles start toning. They look amazing. They just got lucky, right? Because they went there, and all of a sudden, God's like, you, good sir, you madam, I'm picking you right now. You're going to have the body of your dreams because you are the lucky winner. Never will you see that happen. Ever. Unless they're shooting up a lot of steroids, unless they're shooting up a lot of Ozempic or something like that that's making them cut weight. Not going to happen. There's nobody lucky like that. The same goes with life and business. Same goes with life in general. You want great relationships. You want an exciting life. You want to do more than the 9 to 5. You want to live a life of your dreams. It starts internally first and with consistency of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. You're planting the seeds. Boom, 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 boom. And you are then coming back at some point in time harvesting. There's not a single day where you are not planting a seed. This is why in the Bible, Jesus talks about sowing seeds and harvesting. You cannot not sow seeds. If you do nothing, you're going to reap either nothing or weeds. Weeds will grow no matter what. You can also plant weeds. You can be an angry person. You can eat a ton of donuts. You can lie, cheat, and steal. You can do all these different things where you're planting these seeds of badness, of weeds, along with the weeds that are already going to grow no matter what. And you're going to reap them at some point in time. But you can choose to sow the good ones. And then you can choose to acknowledge them, which then creates a positive feedback loop so that you continue to win. You continue to grow. You continue to reap good things because you continue to sow good seed. So this comes from one of my favorite mentors, not an actual mentor. I wish he died long before I ever got into entrepreneurship. A guy named Jim Rohn. And he basically says you reap what you sow. Like if you sow bad seeds, you reap the weeds. But you have to, no matter what, you have to reap unapologetically. If you recognize that you sowed all these bad things and you apologetically accept them, great. Now you can then sow good seed. And the seeds are not going to grow. They're going to grow over time. You're not going to be able to reap these good things until later, but at least you're acknowledging it. And then you're moving. You can also then reap unapologetically when everyone is telling you, oh, you're lucky. You were just born into money. You were just given the body of your dreams. You were just able to have the dream job because you knew somebody. You can unapologetically, and I know I keep on saying that, accept what you have sowed and reap that harvest. Okay. So owning your wins doesn't mean that you're arrogant or self-centered. It means you're honest. You're honest about the work that it took to get there. Arrogance is saying, I'm better than you. You're not saying that you're better than anyone. Ownership is saying, I worked for this. I put in the sweat. You can do it too. Everyone who sees any type of success that I have, I always say, you can do it too. I'm not special. In fact, I was impoverished when I grew up. I went from motel to motel to hotel. My first few years was apartment, hotel, motel. The only thing consistent was that we were constantly moving from one boyfriend's apartment to another, the boyfriend to our own motel room to the next boyfriend's apartment, and so on and so forth. I remember having bologna sandwiches almost every day. Bologna sandwiches, white bread, and mayonnaise. Nutritious. I didn't mind. I was a kid. I didn't really care. But you can do it too. Anybody can be who they want to be, especially in the West, in the United States, especially. So here's your challenge. Think of one win in your life, big or small, that you've been downplaying. Maybe it's a project that you crushed at work. Maybe it's a business you started, or even how you handled a tough situation. Maybe it's because you have a loving family. Maybe it's because your kids are amazing. Maybe it's because your wife or husband are amazing. Maybe it's because you travel the world. Whatever it might be, take a moment to own it today. Say it loud, write it down, or share it with somebody who supports you. Okay? Own it. Start owning. Start enjoying the harvest. When I plant on my land, when I plant like cucumbers or melons or whatever in the garden, and I plant the seeds and they pop up and I get to actually eat them and share them with my neighbors or share them with my family, whatever. I don't ever downplay that. I give freely, right? It's the same. You can do the same with what you've planted. I love to hear your wins. Obviously, send me a message or a comment or anything like that. I love to hear what you have done and hear you take ownership of it, because that's what we're here for, to grow together. This is so important. And it wasn't until I learned to do this that things really started skyrocketing, not just in business, but in life in general. Being excited for the things that I've accomplished, because I'm going to do more, and I get to share that with you, and you get to share it with me, and we get to grow together. So remember, your success isn't just luck or chance. It's the result of the seeds that you've planted, the risks you've taken, and the work that you've put in. Don't just reap unapologetically. Enjoy it, thrive in it. And if this episode gives you a new perspective, share it with somebody who needs to hear this. And, let's normalize owning success without guilt. No matter who's around, nobody who's listening. Obviously, you don't just want to come out with it and just say it out of the blue. But if it pops up, if it comes up, own it, enjoy it, write it down, celebrate it. You put in the work, you deserve it.